Shake here with the video featuring the Panzer IV H. Now, some of you may have seen this before in my first episode of merging history with gameplay, but this replay, it needed to be featured on its own because I don't have a whole lot of Panzer IV H gameplay on the channel, and this is a solid example of how to play this tank properly. Now, the Panzer IV H is a pretty versatile medium all around. Whether you run the howitzer, which I have equipped here, or you run the 75mm Top Gun, which is the 75 L48, that's a very solid DPM choice. And the howitzer, of course, being the kind of fun but sometimes frustrating weapon that it is a very solid choice for Tier 5 and 6 games. And as you see, I carry a split loadout. I don't carry a large amount of heat like most people. I have mostly HE, and then equal amounts heat and armor piercing. Because unlike some of the other countries' howitzers, the German 105, or 10.5 if you prefer, actually gets a 64mm penetration AP round, which is very, very usable. And there are examples of times where the armor piercing round is extremely viable and even the best ammo for the target at hand. So it's definitely a tank where if you're going to run the howitzer, carry all 3 ammo and choose the proper ammo for the target you have. Like for instance, I'm automatically switching to heat now that I have a Matilda in front of me. I could possibly punch through the back of the turret with AP, but the heat is a sure kill in that situation. And these are the only targets in the entire game that I'm going to fire the heat at. I've fired 2 so far. There's my 3rd shot of heat, and I switch back over to HE. You do not need to become one of the heat spammers. There's really no need for it at Tier 5. I fired 3 shots of heat, and that'll be it. You're going to see some HE to the side of M8A1. Has a huge effect. And I am spotted here, something to take note of. And that T-34 1941 is an example where the armor piercing is more than good enough to punch through a lot of positions, especially where he's on the downslope. I could have preloaded armor piercing for him. And here's a choice of HE being by far superior. That HE shell went straight through the side of the T-67, and as you see, well over 400 damage. But again, you can kind of play ammo selection with this. Again, here's a Leopard, the VK1602. This is 100% an armor piercing shot if you choose. HE does work pretty well, and I had the HE still loaded because I was kind of wanting to track him, and the explosion from the HE has the highest possibility of tracking. Now an AP round aimed well could have done the same thing. And the Panzer IV H, it has more than enough mobility to get around. As you see, I'm contemplating motoring down to go down to the low ground, or to go back up and try to get a shot in from up high. But I make the decision to come down, take a low percentage chance shot, but I want to clear our base. And that's just sheer luck, to be honest. That shot never should have hit. That was on the move, auto-aimed. But moving towards base was the right move in that choice instead of sitting on top. Sure, I might have actually landed another hit if I stayed on top, but ensuring the safety of your base is one of the most important things in this game. And I think a lot of people either have their volume off, or their maps off, or maybe their brains off. Because most people, it's like your base is being captured, go to it. And a lot of people don't ever even bother to make the move. And should be one of your first and foremost things that you do. get in position to defend your base if it has been left open on a flank. Now this isn't a battle that's really in jeopardy right now. The T-67 that I left on almost no health earlier, he's left along with the enemy Panzer IV H and 1 artillery. Well, and then we got a T-40 now. T-67 of course got taken out. Now we got our M4 improved charging the T-40, and instead Ram kills the artillery and dies in the process. And now I switch over to armor piercing because good choice for an enemy Panzer IV H. And that finishes the win. Got a top gun with that last shot and ace tanker and high caliber. But again, proper ammo selection for the proper target on a very versatile medium. Whether you use that howitzer that I was running or the 75mm, either one, good weapon choices for tier 5 medium, and it's just a kind of fun and carefree tank to play. But hope you enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching.